Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Y'all know what day it is. Happy Monday, everybody. For those of you who don't know, I just want to put it out there that your boy's born day is today. Good to see everybody in the building this morning. I see my cousin, y'all. She's still holding that spot. She's not surrendering. Shout out to that chick, yo. Oh, appreciate the birthday shout outs. Appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, somebody said Henny shots all week. Start out with a little morning coffee though. We're gonna do the coffee this morning. We ain't gonna get them shots in until a little later on. Oh yeah. You know, I ain't gonna even bring it up. D-Rob, I know what you're talking about. I know why Toronto Riggins is in timeout. I remember why she's in timeout, but I'm not gonna do it today. Not gonna do it today. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. And I must say, yesterday was a good day. Wifey showed me a real good time yesterday, man. It was low key, it was chill. Got a lot of good things situated, taken care of. What feels good, lighter, if you know what I mean. Yeah, just a good family day, man. Didn't do a whole lot. Just relax, caught a movie, had some drinks, had some good food. It's a good day. However, coming into Monday though, I think I might have had one too many. It wasn't hard to get up, but I tell you, I feel it. I feel it now. Granted, it ain't like them 20s. You see, when you get older and you start celebrating, see your 20s is like, I don't know, man. It's like you party until you're unconscious. You just trying to get it all in one shot. When you get a little older though, you do it a little bit more mellow. The problem with that is you don't do as much, but you do it over a longer period of time. So instead of just having, 4 hours of madness, it's like 8 hours of just constant little sips and little sips. And then they add up. Oh my goodness, they add up. But anywho, I am blessed to be in the building. I am happy to be here to see another year. So thank you for all the birthday love and the birthday shout outs. I would ask you to buy me a cup of coffee this morning, but I don't live that close to you. So I guess I can't get that cup of coffee out for you. The bounce back is definitely different. Yeah, but my brother came through. He brought me a little bottle of little gentleman Jack. But when you keep it G like I do, oh man, it's all good. Because you drink a little more water when you're doing it, right? You drink a little more water when you're doing it. Before you go to bed, you got to get you at least 16 to 32 ounces of water in before you go to bed. I promise you, it'll do you a world of good. Because we doing this all week. All month. We're doing it all month long. So this week, what are we talking about? Well, we've been talking about it for some time now. And I've intentionally not really talked too much about all the he said, she said drama. Because there's so many things happening in this social media world. So many things happening. And I wanted to make sure we had a family, we had a community, so that you know that when we talk about it, it's all in love. This is personal development. We want to get better. We don't want to perpetuate the same stereotypes. However, there's a conversation that needs to be had. Because in all the drama, there's truth. In all the opinions and the hot takes, there's some truth to it. Every good lie has a whole lot of truth to it. All it takes is one little piece to make it off, right? So we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about it today. So y'all saw the topic when we came in. Who has the bigger ego, men or women? Who has the bigger ego? I already know what y'all think. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to be sadly mistaken today. Why? Because it's my birthday. And I'm going to find a way today. Yeah. It's my birthday. So don't let social media get you all messed up, huh? Oh, no, I'm not going to let it mess me up. And I'm not going to let it mess y'all up either. Because there's some good arguments out there, but there are a lot of arguments conceived out of hurt, out of pride, out of ego. So we're gonna talk about it today. Actually, this week we're gonna really talk about a lot of things this week that we traditionally wouldn't talk about because it's first thing in the morning, and I don't want to have people going to work with heavy spirits, looking at they co-workers, looking at their significant others sideways from the beginning of the day. So we're gonna try to keep it fun. So we're gonna do a comparison. We're gonna do about 20 minutes on women's egos, another 20 minutes on men's egos. And at the end, we're going to come to a conclusion. And I am confident, ladies, that by the end of this broadcast, you will see things the proper way, my way. Oh, fellas, you see I'm digging this hole deep already, fellas. I'm digging it deep. I need y'all to ride with me today. I need some support. So just to get a true understanding of what the room is feeling this morning, who has the bigger ego, men or women? Go ahead and weigh in. Who, in your estimation, has the bigger ego? Monique say both, depending on the situations. So Bobette, I think she's gonna probably sit this one out, ladies. I don't think she's gonna ride with y'all too hard today. Yeah. I'm not going down a rabbit hole, boo. I'm not going down a rabbit hole. No, I'm not gonna get lost. I might trail off a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I'm gonna stay on task. I'm gonna stay on code today. I promise you, I am. What is the ego? What is this ego that we talk so much about? The men. I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. And there's a reason why people think men have bigger egos. So men and women, but mainly men. Oh, trying to see how deep I'm gonna dig this hole. Well, I have one rule in life. If you will, not one rule, one philosophy that I stick to when times get tough. If you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. I don't see no hole yet, so I'm gonna keep on digging this thing out. So, what is an ego? An ego, by definition, an ego is a person's sense of self esteem or self importance. Self esteem or self importance. That's really all the ego is. Those three little letters mean so much. The meaning is big. Three little letters. That chick yo said y'all just display a little more than women do. Oh yeah. That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. So, self importance, self esteem. Kay said it's embedded in that desire or demand for respect. Oh, yeah, it's a strong tie, Kay. It's a super strong tie. Men, man, respect, men we are willing to die for respect. We will die for respect. We will die for it. We will start wars over respect or disrespect. Respect is everything to us. If you find a man who doesn't have self-respect, he's just maybe in a funk, he in this off period. This this guy, he needs a lot of help. He is lost a lot of his identity. You may need to get him some serious help or stay away from him because no telling what he's capable of. Because we are still, we're still animals. We're the apex predators on the planet. I'm talking about the humans as a species. Humans are the apex predators on this planet. And when you find one that doesn't have purpose, doesn't have respect, don't have self-respect, there's no telling what that person is capable of. That's for sure. So, ladies, I want to go out on the limb real quick, and I want to make a couple of statements. And one word in particular that tends to ruffle feathers in this day and age. What does submission mean, ladies? What do you think submission means? Or what does it mean to you? We know what ego is. Now let's talk about submission. Yep, I'm going there early. What does submission mean? Oh, yep, I'm going there early. Fellas, just hold tight. Just hold tight. I need to set the stage first. Submission. I know that's an ugly word for some people, but what does it mean to you? What does submission mean to you? Submission is the action or fact of accepting or yielding to a superior force or the will of authority of another person. Or the will or authority of another person. Being a service to another person, okay. Bobbiette says, that was Monique said, being a service to another person. Bobbiette says, trusting in your partner and allowing them to lead you. Yep, okay. Kay agrees with Bobbiette, trusting in your partner and allowing them to lead you. Submission. I define submission with one word. Yep, you said that. Yep, I agree. Submission is in fact yielding. You yield when you submit. You yield. If you're in war, then your forces have just been defeated. So you yield. Okay, let's stop the fighting. We give up. You win. Get up out of here. We'll do what you say now. You had to prove a show of force for us to get on your page, right? Or you accept somebody's authority and you go along with whatever the stipulations of this relationship is. Toronto Regan says, submission means that I willingly give you myself as a partner to be a partner for success, not to be disrespected. Aha. There we go. So, okay. So submission is not an ugly word. Submission is just something that happens just in general. When we go to work, we submit to whoever pays our salary. We submit to them. That goes without saying. As children, we submit to our parents. That goes without saying. And I like the answers that you ladies are giving, primarily because that's not, submission is an ugly word in today's culture. Submission is an ugly word in today's culture. Now, I just want to, on the back end of what Toronto Reagan said, not to be disrespected. Adding that little piece to it tells you what has happened, I think, historically in terms of that. I have 5, 6 friends. All of us are married. All of us treat our wives with respect. We don't look at our wives as somehow less than we are. We've never been abusive toward women. You know, we don't even get where the not to be disrespected part comes in because it's never entered our mind to be that. And I talk to a lot of guys who have run into that barrier where there's constant competition in the relationship because their particular girlfriend didn't want to be a slave. And so you would hear these things back and forth because somebody would have a bad experience. But more than likely, it was somebody who knew somebody who had a bad experience or somebody who saw a movie and thought that was real life. Now, I'm not saying that there hasn't been disrespect, abuse from men toward women, because I know that's far from the truth. I know culturally and historically there's been there hasn't been equity between the two. I also understand that most most men has most men have no, what's the word I'm looking for? Have no sense in today's culture of what men 50 years ago used to do because of, the 80s, the whole mass incarceration and crack era in the black community. There was a disconnection between fathers and sons and grandfathers and sons. And so a lot of men in my generation, we saw dysfunctional households for sure. But we didn't see a whole lot of physical abuse. Some people did, but most of the people that I talked to, there wasn't a lot of physical abuse. It was just understood roles. Women did this, men did that. And as time has progressed, a lot of people have co-opted stories. Like one of my favorite movies is like The Color Purple. And I love the movie because of the storyline and the acting. However, very few characters in that movie, male wise, I know a few guys, but they're the minority. They're the minority. There wasn't a lot of misters walking around. There wasn't a lot of misters walking around. There's a lot of harpos walking around. Suge Avery's boyfriend, there was a whole lot of them walking around. But misters and his daddy, totally in the minority. But those characters get the most attention. And so men have felt the way through the years because it felt like men have been put in a bad light. Monique says that word is seen as ugly because it is taught wrong and not of misuse of authority. Okay, I like that. Toronto Regan says it's all about serving one another as partners respectfully. When that happens, there is no competition between partners. We're on the same page to serve. Now, I want to just throw this out here real quick also. Most of the ladies in the room were raised with a strong male figure, I'm assuming. That's the way it appears to me. I'm thinking that's true. That's true. With a strong male figure who was present, who was a provider, who was a protector, who was loving maybe in his own way. Loving is different from person to person. This is not a room where there was no father figure present. At least I don't think so. At least not the majority. And so the perspective is slightly different. When I talk to groups and there's people with there were when there was no male figure, the room, the temperature is a lot different. It's a lot different. And so one of the things that gets us into these conversations with no solution at the end of the day is this. There is no baseline. This is what I try to establish every Monday. I try to establish a baseline for us to start and build from without the animosity, without the friction. So, ladies, I will grant you this. Men do appear to have bigger egos because masculinity is a loud thing. Remember I said it's blunt force trauma? And Monique says, yes, and we saw him save other families from abusive spouses. Yep. And so what I want to kind of highlight right now is if you have 10 houses on the street, you're not going to have 10 houses where there's abuse happening. It's not even 50-50. It's probably closer to 30-70 where abuse is actually, physical abuse is actually happening in the house. However, there's about a 60-40 split where there's mental abuse that's happening in the house. There's verbal abuse happening in the house. Yeah, because masculinity is out loud. And so you see it more. It's not subtle. When men have beef with one another, it tends to be loud, it tends to be messy. When men have beef, when men's egos are bruised, everybody tends to know about it. Yeah, and it's a reason why. Everybody knows about it. Men are competitive by nature. We were looking at our house over the weekend, and one of the guys came in talking about a neighbor around the corner. He said, "Man, this neighbor he has the best yard." Now, I'm not even a yard guy. I don't like cutting grass. I don't like doing yard work. But then he told me this guy's yard is immaculate. He has the best yard in the neighborhood. He said, "You need to go over there and introduce yourself to him." And I said, "You know what? I do." And I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna look at his yard. I'm gonna say, "Man, this yard is nice. You put a lot of work into this, but I'm coming for you." I'm gonna tell him to his face, I'm coming for him. You know what he gonna do? He gonna be like, "Let's do it." Because men are competitive, but we're competitive out loud. Some of my best friends to this day came from some kind of competition. It could have been athletic. It could have been some fighting that was happening low key. It could have even been over the same girl that we was liking. Made a better man win. You see, a man's ego is set up just a little bit different. But ladies, truth be told, y'all got some competitive natures too. And y'all competitive nature ain't so outward. Oh, it's buried deep down. It's buried deep down. Oh, y'all starting to get quiet now. Okay. Uh-huh. When I was in the exactly, y'all are some ninjas. Y'all are some ninjas. So let me ask you this. What's worse? What's worse? Dealing with somebody who you see their dysfunction, you see where they are, you see how they move, you know how to deal with that. It's easier to deal with them because you already know what they're going to do. But what about the person, the puppeteer, if you will, who has their hand all up the backside of the puppet? And you don't see that hand moving, but that hand is moving. See, that's y'all. That's y'all right there. Mm-hmm. And because of that, studies have shown that women have much bigger egos than men. Women work together not as easily as men work together. But women also seek validation from men. Not quite the other way around in large scale. What do I mean by this? Let's say there's a job posting, and it's an internal job posting. Now, I've seen this happen 2 or 3 times in my life, to where an established figure leaves the company, retires, takes a better opportunity somewhere, and the company is split right down the middle. 50% women, 50% men, but they're going to hire somebody on the inside to take this leadership role, this management role. Ronald Reagan said, "We move in silence, but loud." That's what scares y'all. Y'all don't know what's going on through our heads. Oh, yay, no doubt. But you know what? We really don't even care. Just shh, fellas, I'll handle it. We don't even really care. Just keep it over there. Just keep it over there. We don't need to know everything. Y'all do. Y'all got to have all the details. Just tell me what I need to know. I don't want to know all that. Matter of fact, did I just see that this morning in the chat? Somebody said something. Hold on, let me go back. I just saw this in the chat this morning. D-Rob, he said, I don't need that information in my head then. What was it? Yeah. Oh, I get it. He wanted to know why Toronto was in timeout. And you're like, well, I can't. If you don't know, I can't tell you. He said, all right, well, cool. I don't need that information in my head anyway. I'm good. You see, ladies, fellas, we are wired. Our general nature is problem solving. That's in general. Most men are more vision driven, more mission driven, more logic based. We are into solving problems mostly. Now, like I said, in general, there are some outliers out there who just ain't quite figured it out. They ain't have good role modeling, whatever. But just in general, most guys are problem solvers. D-Rob said, my name is Bennett, and I'm not in it. Smart man. But wait, we gonna get that though. We gotta massage this thing just a little bit. So I'm gonna go back to my example. The manager leaves, and there's 50% women, 50% men. It's split right down the middle. Somebody's gonna get the position. Over the next month, there's stuff changing around the office. And the owner comes in and he just plucks one guy randomly and puts him in a corner office, another one in another corner office, and a lady in the corner office, and another corner office, and he's trying them out, see who is going to really fit the leadership mold for this company, because they all have good experience. Resumes are impeccable. But a strange thing starts to happen. The ladies start becoming really strategic. The fellas started getting a little bit more loud, and you can hear the competitiveness brewing. Oh yeah, you in there this week. Wait till I get my turn. Wait till I get in that corner office. I'm gonna show you. But for real though, what they doing in there? Come on, bro. Come on, man. I got you. I got you. Just give me the lowdown. What's happening? But then when he said, "Oh, no, I can't trust that, bro." I hear you though. All right. I got you. I got you. I got you. So we keep one eye open, but we secretly hoping that he kind of mess up, But I'm gonna do my thing anyway. So when I get there, it's gonna be good. And so you could hear the guys down the hall, but on the other side of the building, you could hear a pin drop because all the ladies are off in their corners. They done clicked up and they whispering. There's a lot of plotting, a lot of planning happening. They get down to the final two. One woman is selected, one man is selected, and they get both 30 days where they get to run the company. Y'all know who got the promotion, right? Let me know who got the promotion. Put in the chat. Did the man get the promotion? Did the woman get the promotion? So we give it to you because you asked later, so we'll give you all the details. Yes, we know we're gonna hear it. So it was like, you know what? It ain't time for me to know it just yet. When it's time, I'm sure you're gonna tell me. I'm sure you're gonna know. But who got the promotion? Did the man get the promotion or did the woman get the promotion? Toronto Riggin said the man got it. Bobby says I did. Did the man get the promotion or did the woman get the promotion? Well, I'm going to go ahead and just tell you. The man got the promotion. The man got the promotion. Do y'all know why he got the promotion? Because when he became the front runner, when they said the woman, when the man became the front runner, an interesting thing happened versus when the woman became the front runner. No, it wasn't that he made the noise. It was that once he became the front runner, once he proved to the CEO that he was the one out of the other ones that could do the job. And it's not always the loud ones that can do the job. Sometimes the loud is just bravado. That comes from insecurity. Most of the time. Monique said because he was a man. Right, Mo? Oh, come on, ladies. Come on. Don't be like that. He didn't get it because he was a man. That wasn't why he got the job. See, an interesting thing happened there. When the man was pulled out of the other men, pause. Dang, I shouldn't have said that. When the man, it's my birthday, y'all. Y'all gotta cut me some slack. When the man was the top runner, the front runner, all the other men got behind him. They all shook his hand. Some of them was a little salty, but they all shook his hand. Why? Balls. No, men by default know how to submit. We know how to submit. Submission is not a bad word for us. We understand that men, we share power. Just because you are leading doesn't make me less. It's just your turn to lead right now. You see, there's a game within the game. I'm going to support you because now you're going to take all the hits. You're going to take all the heat. So if somebody get fired, it's going to be you. And so if there is to be a firing, I'd rather it be you than me. So I'm going to rock with you. I'm going to support you. I'm not going to sabotage you. But if you're competent, I have no problem with submitting or following your lead. None. And so an interesting thing happened on the ladies' side, though. Y'all bear with me. On the ladies' side, On the ladies' side, well, hold on, Kay, hold on. Kay said yes to other men. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. On the ladies' side, there became some division over there. Why they pick her? She ain't no better than us. This is what was being said. They was clicking up. It was this faction against this faction against this faction. She had her supporters, she had her detractors. But on the man's side, it wasn't any of that. Every man was fighting for the opportunity, with the ones that wanted it anyway. There wasn't a whole lot of cliques and factions. It was just dudes saying, if you gonna be the guy, this is what we need from you. Because men share power. We understand that. That's why you don't see guys running up in other guys' faces. Because there's always that threat of violence. It's a respect thing. And as braggadocious as some guys are, in the bottom of his soul, he knows, I gotta have some respect for this guy right here. He may be the one that's more competent, more qualified to do the job than me on paper, but I know I'm that dude. I'm him. So I'm gonna go out every day and I'm gonna prove that I'm him. And it may not be for that job, but guess what? I'm gonna pad this resume. I'm gonna get these skills right. So the next job, oh, it's a competition for life now, buddy. But I'm gonna tell him it's a competition. He gonna know I'm coming. And guess what? He gonna be one of my partners. If he ain't already my partner, he gonna be my partner. Because birds of a feather flock together. But the ladies on the other side, it was, oh my God, so much division. Women left the company and protest. People's business were being put in the street. The ladies couldn't get it together. Why? Why? And I'm gonna go ahead and say it, because ladies, y'all don't like rejection, because it damages your self-importance. It damages the self-esteem. Now, this is not for all ladies, but if you see what I see, ladies, this is a conversation that guys have all the time. We've come to the conclusion that women aren't dressing for us. They're not dressing to impress us. Y'all dress to impress each other, in large part. What y'all think about that? Oh yeah, a little bit. The fellas, the men's caucus have come together, and we've decided that it's a twofold mission happening right there. Y'all competing with one another, and maybe this is just on social media. Maybe this is not in large everybody's household, but in social media spaces. I dress for myself. Same. Now I dress for myself and my boo. I dress for myself. Kay said Gen Z definitely does. And so that's what I'm really talking about, Kay. If you from a certain era, you haven't bought wholeheartedly into the social media trend. Oh, don't come cleaning up now, boo. there's a competition happening between a lot of ladies today. And it's just the reason why women are going to third world countries for medical care. And the crazy part is people trying to get out of third world countries to come here for better services, better care, better opportunities. But we're leaving here, going to a third world country for medical attention because we want to have, ladies want to have bigger butts or bigger breasts or cosmetic surgeries that's cheaper to have there. A lot of ladies are risking their lives to go get a lesser quality of care. And a lot of women are losing their lives just so they can look better here, they can look better here, they can have this. And then they post it all on social media for the ladies to see too, but also for the thirst traps, for the guys to see what if the guys are validated. And then say, well, all y'all do is like those IG models. It's like, yeah, they're showcasing. Now, that's not my particular bag, but this is what guys are saying. That's what y'all like. That's not what we like. We like the more natural, the more laid back. We don't want to, y'all remember glamour shots? We don't want a glamour shot every day because if that's the standard, then when we got something special, how are you going to dress that up? Cosmetic surgeries, I guess. I don't know. But there should be a ebb and a flow. We're not known for BBLs, though. I'll give it what I was blessed with. No back pain over here. I know y'all can say that, but look at all your favorite celebrities. They going and getting these surgeries done. Meg done got some work. She got a butt job. She got a nose job. SZA just got a lot of work done. Glorilla just got some work done. I mean, all of these celebrities are doing, and these are the people that's speaking to y'all babies, to y'all grandbabies. These are the influences of today. There's a competition between the ladies, but it's a quiet competition. And the quiet ones, I promise you, are way more insidious because feelings get hurt and it never heals because you never get it out. In the manosphere, in the man world, we used to call it go shoot a fair one. If I got a problem with another dude, said Nia Long didn't. Nah, but she's just from a certain generation. I'm talking about this generation I'm talking about your generation and behind, honestly. Although there's some people in my generation that's still out there doing weird things. And maybe not weird things, but it's like, why? I mean, when I started seeing 50-year-old women out there wearing the sheer tops with pasties on, it's like, why? What are you doing? Where's the separation in that line between being an influencer versus being influenced? Because it's a quiet competition. Girl, I still got it. Yeah. Yeah, you do. Most of you do. That's yourself. I'm in sweats one day, and when it's time to step it up, switch it up, that's what it's supposed to be. Every day is not supposed to be a glamour shot. Every day is not big hair, eyelashes. But that's the standard now. That's the standard. D-Rob said, my generation don't even want Cheesecake Factory or movie dates. And so it's this crazy competition of, okay, is my bag bigger than your bag? My money bag, my job, the money I make, then also my handbag. Is my car better than your car? And so you see ladies at an all-time high valuing everything that really don't mean anything. Because times change, jobs change, situations change, health changes. And the things that are truly important, the focus isn't even on that. because it's ego. Everything has now become ego driven. I'm scared of big lashes too. I feel like when I'm talking to you, like your lashes dry my eyes out. So it's like I'm having to blink more. But no, what I'm saying, ladies, there's a natural progression to life. You're supposed to be young, wild, and free in your 20s. Then your 30s, you are supposed to be focused more in on, or maybe even your 20s, supposed to be focused more in on family and future. And the same in your 40s and your 50s. By the time you hit 50s, you're supposed to be looking back at the next generation, giving them the game, creating culture that they can come into. But what we have now is we have this super toxic, egotistical culture that's influencing every generation. It's influencing every generation. And if you didn't grow up with a role model, if you didn't grow up with a family structure, a nuclear family structure that gave you balance, it's tough to live in this world because there are so many expectations. There's so many things that, or opinions that we hear every day that send conflicting messages. Our heart tells us one thing. Our girlfriend tells us another thing. Our mom tells us a third thing. And social media says a fourth thing. We're in chaos because there is no baseline. We have forgotten what made each of us special. Chapstick and moisturized lip. Crazy thing is, you can age gracefully and still be sexy without displaying. No doubt. No doubt. But that's not what the culture's saying. Because you got the older generation trying to keep up with the young generation. Mama got to have a life too. Daddy got to have a life too. And it comes down to a woman's ego is, honestly, a woman's ego really is only worse than a man's ego, is because women have stronger emotions than men. You guys have stronger emotions than men. Our egos are really on par with one another. But because of how we process things, a man's ego gets a little bruised from time to time when he feels disrespected. Matter of fact, let me see. Hold on. 7 signs. I found this article. I was reading it a little earlier this morning. It says 7 signs you have a fragile male ego. And this is just talking points. I just want you guys to understand. When you hear what I'm about to say, you will know that this guy's dealing with some self stuff. It's not a bad thing. We all do. All of us will probably fit one or two of these categories. But an ego is a fragile thing because it really looks at how you see yourself. And somebody with huge ego issues got a lot of self-esteem. We see it as bravado or cockiness. It's, I'm hurting and I'm trying to hide it. So if a man has a fragile ego, one of the first things you're going to see is he has an unhealthy emphasis on impressing others. We've all seen it. The super flashy guys, the throwing money guys, their ego is a little shaken. Also, horrible at receiving negative feedback. If you can't tell this dude nothing that he did wrong, that's a terrible ego problem. Terrible ego problem. Especially for a dude. Because as most dudes we know, bro, I ain't got it together. I'm struggling. I'm trying to figure it out, bro. Probably lean on my girl, bro, because I'm... And then there's some guys out there who they know that I don't see the whole field sometimes. So give me the feedback that I need to get better. That's generally the two guys. And then it's the third guy who you can't tell him nothing. Those are generally the three types of guys that I've seen in my life. A third thing, have trouble handling failure. They don't want to fail because it makes them look bad. That's an ego problem. That chick yo said when they don't get the attention they want is when a woman shows their, woo, okay, all right, yeah. Okay, we gonna get there in a second. All right, number 4, can be very indecisive. There's nothing worse than a dude that can't make up his mind, because that's one of our strengths as men. And if you're a dude who can't make up your mind, that's a self issue. Some self-esteem stuff happening, right? This ego issues is happening right there. Number 5, has aggressive tendencies. You ever seen that little the little dog? I was just barking in. Then you let him out the gate, he won't hurt nothing. But the big dog just be sitting there looking. Softest, cuddliest. They're not the same. Ego is in check. When you're a big dog, your ego has to be in check. When you're a little dog, and I don't mean actual size either, I'm talking about your calmness. When you feel secure, you move different than when you do when you don't. Number 6, loves to be the center of attention. Oh man, I've known a few drama queen dudes in my time. They got to be man. They getting their feelings real easy too. Anyway, the last thing, places an unrealistic amount of importance on appearance. Ladies, if you're ever with a guy and his job and he spends more time in the mirror than you do, he spends more time taking showers than you do. He's trying to make up for something. Oh man. Okay, I see you. Okay, y'all vibing with that. Say Kenfo, you know my ex. What up, Randy? I mean, we all know guys who fall into this category. We all know it. It's no secret, it's no mystery. We all struggle with something. Most of us, guys listening, I've fallen into a couple of those things a time or two in my life. And it's only now that I'm older and I've lived a little bit more and I've become more secure. I've done a lot of hard, deep work. I've been to therapy. I've gotten some help to fix some of my childhood traumas, some of my relationship trauma, some of my life struggles. And I'm at a place now where I am very balanced. And so I'm not easily offended or moved. I don't have things on this list I don't even do anymore. But I know I ain't that far from them. Just full transparency. Because we all have some self issues. Now, that was the guys. Let's get to the ladies. How to spot ladies that have that female ego stuff kind of happening. Well, the first thing you can do is follow her Instagram. Oh, man. That's right, Monique. Yep. I acknowledged that I needed some help and I went and got it because I wanted to be better. And honestly, most guys get to that point later in life, to be completely honest with you. Most guys get there later in life because in our 20s, we just trying to figure this thing out. We trying to impress. We trying to have these pie in the sky dreams and we understanding what it means to work and go get it. By our 30s, we start putting 2 and 2 together and we understand that we got some stuff that's been holding us back. We got some stuff that's been holding us back. By the time we hit our 40s, We're like, all right, I gotta make some changes now. I've been doing this thing 20 years now, and it ain't got me no further down the road. So some stuff gotta go. Some things gotta go. But yeah, follow her Instagram. A woman's self-esteem is dependent on what other people think about her. You see it all the time. You'll see ladies get on social media and they'll come on crying. I just want everybody to know I just had this going on. And they got the camera in their face and they crying. They didn't start crying when they was talking about something. They started crying or got some water or whatever in their eyes, then cut the camera on. And they're telling you all the woe is me's. All the woe is me's. These are the ones who need all this validation. They need the attention. They need it. And if 90% of her posts are selfies, she's doing it for a reason. She's trying to fill a void. That's some ego stuff happening there. Number 2, how she competes with other females. Remember the story, the example of the ladies in the office building? When the one lady got she got the nod above the rest. Oh, it was a lot of backbiting. It was a lot of discontentment happening. People putting up business in the street, talking bad about her. It was dissension in the ranks. And if I'm the CEO, I cannot have that in my company. But once that dude was appointed CEO, everything smoothed out. The ladies was like, well, at least she didn't get it. She was probably probably even more capable of running the company. But if the people won't follow this leader, then is the leader really a leader? Ego plays a huge role, not so much woman to man, but definitely woman to woman. And there are some dudes who have trouble following women. That is no secret. But it's not the majority, because most of us were raised by a mom. So we used to following women. It's just that some guys, they have this self issue, this ego problem, and now this lady is now outpaced them for some reason. Maybe she did more work. Maybe she got a favor. Who knows what the reason is, but she outpaced you, and now you have a problem with her. But the problem ain't with her. The problem's with you, bro. Come on now. It's with you. But I digress. How she competes with other women. Man, I used to, when I was single out here in these streets, I would meet women and they didn't really have a lot of girlfriends. And I can never figure it out because I got female friends, but I got way more guy friends. There's a couple of girls that I would call female. A couple of females that I would call friend, like real friend. Because ladies, all these guys that want to be your friend, they don't really want to be your friend. They want to be your in case of emergency dude, in all honesty. But there are a couple exceptions in that, and it's case by case basis. Case by case basis. That chick, yo, so I love putting those guys in place. So let me ask you this, yo. When you put them in place, do they quit or do they get it together? Do they quit or do they get it together? I want to see something. Do they quit or do they get it together? I've seen several offices torn apart because they brought in a new lady. And one of my contracts, I can't talk about it too much. One of my contracts, somebody retired. They brought in somebody outside. They got it together real quick. Exactly. because dudes understand how to share power. Dudes, we're not solely competing against one another. We're competing for stuff. I'm not trying to have bigger biceps than this guy. I'm not trying to have bigger whatever. I'm trying to have this. I'm trying to have that. I want my family to do this too. Oh man, I want to have oh, he got a house over there? Dang, what that cost? Woo, can I do that? I want my family to deserve that too. I'm gonna see if I can get that together for my family. God, that's how guys compete. So they got together real quick. They wanted to know what I already knew. They needed that check. Yeah. Monique said she don't play, bro. She real good at management. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's why it's easier. I've had so many ladies tell me I'd rather have guy friends because guys are easier to get along with. Guys aren't really complicated when it comes to being in a friendship with guys. As guys, you know how everything stands. Okay, there are guys with bigger biceps than mine, boo. Just want to put that out there. There are some guys with bigger everything than mine, you know, but I ain't in competition with them. I'm trying to make mine do what it do. Oh, number 3, her action when she doesn't get the attention. I think somebody put that in the chat earlier. Don't get these chicks the attention they want on these social media platforms. Man, you would see them have a freaking meltdown. Yep. She makes you wait. She makes you wait. I'm gonna make you wait 90 days and you can't talk to nobody else. You know how much ego is in that? You know how egotistical that is? And I'm not just saying it because I think it's, you know, what is it? What's saying her body, her choice, right? But it's my body, my choice. What's so special about you that I'm gonna learn in 90 days that I ain't gonna learn in the next 2 weeks? Because people are all basically the same. I feel like you wasting my time. So you want me to date you for 3 months and you want to go out on dates twice a week, every week? No. No, not happening. No, sorry. No. That's just my personal belief. Oh, wait, 90 days? Well, boo, you probably ain't the one for me. I'm fast. I'm mannish. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm a little mannish. I'm what the old folks used to call mannish. Nah. Yeah. Well, yeah, we know it's good meeting you. We know we can be cool. I dap up as I leave out the door, but you ain't for me. 90 days. Okay. I just said, shit, that girl got a hell of an ego. Oh, also, and the last thing, nobody likes rejection. But how a woman handles rejection is the biggest tell to her what kind of ego she has, how her ego is set up. Yeah, I'm mannish. I'm mannish. You need to be giving me some hope that there's a bridge we gonna cross. But 90 days, I got short. My legs too short. I can't walk that long. But yeah, so as you can see, both men and women totally have egos that stem from self issues. A lack of self this, a lack of self that. We all struggle with whatever it is. What does that mean? That means we got to do some work. And we got to start being real with each other about it. Ladies, y'all got to stop backbiting. Y'all got to start working together in coalition. Y'all got to start doing the that deep work as well. Yeah, you can dress to impress, but if we starting out with your face beat, you got the on Monday morning, your face beat, your lashes, and it's just whoo. And low key, ladies, you go out into the world every day like that, but you come home and I get the bonnet. You come home, I don't get all of that, right? So the world is getting all of that. That's how a lot of guys know she ain't doing it for me. When we're at the house, man, I got this regular kitchen robe, these grease stained slippers, and a bonnet. But when she go to work though, my G. Woo. And it's every day. And it's every day. Yep. So as you can see, I know you guys have come to the same conclusion that I've come to. Women have much bigger egos. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't even gonna front. Ain't nothing wrong with that slide through and in that body. But they tell about it, boo. B said, not me. I've seen my wife slide that bonnet out quick. And then roll over, put that bonnet right back on. I'm like, I'm impressed. Monique says, I was a ponytail wearing sweatpants, chilling, comfortable young lady. And look, you know what's wild though? That's fine with dudes. That's fine. We cool with that. We cool with that. We cool with the sweats and the ponytails. We cool with the clean face. We clean with the no lashes. We good with it. We don't need all of that stuff. Matter of fact, it's too much maintenance. It's too much upkeep. Guys like it simple most of the time. Yes, and I know I proved my point. And deep down, y'all know I proved my point too. Because I'm just highlighting some of the things. Guys move differently. We move confidently. We move securely most of the time. It's because we know we jacked up. We know we got to go talk to 20 girls to get 1-2 yeses sometimes. We're not rejection proof, but we really ain't afraid of it. We don't like it, but we know it's a part of the game. Yeah, give me something to look forward to. I'll rock a baseball cap real quick. And it's just women in general. I love the dedication. I love the attention to detail. But in so many cases, you ladies bring stress on yourself. And I'm not talking to the ladies in the chat. I'm talking to general ladies in general. Y'all put so much stress on y'allself to go get these expensive weaves or these hairdos or all the mani-pedis. I mean, sometimes that's self-care. I truly get that. But y'all do so many things, not so much for y'all, but because how it's going to make you look to the public. That creates so much stress. And then when somebody don't appreciate it, that creates some self-esteem issues. When people don't recognize it, now you think you got to go bigger, badder, bolder, and do more. Now you got to be friendlier or looser. Hey, I told you I was managed. You're always in quiet competitions with other women who don't even know you. You comparing yourself to this person. You 50, why are you comparing yourself to a 22-year-old? It's ego, ladies. It's ego. It's all ego. If your man say, look, I want to take care of all the bills at the house and you want to fight him because you want to go 50-50, that's called ego, ladies. I'm going to drop a bomb on that one. He said, grown from the root. Oh, man, I know we got to go, but it's my birthday, y'all. Look, I met my wife, y'all. My wife was strong, single, independent woman. Don't need no man, but I want one. Oh, man. And we got together, and I peeped it from the door. So when we first started living together, I'm like, yo, how you want to do the bills? She was like, oh, we can do 50-50. I'm just like, you sure? Yes. Yeah, we're gonna do 50-50. I said, okay. All right. I ain't gonna stress it. About 6 months go by. My bank account getting fatter. And fatter. But I'm watching the stress build up. I'm watching the stress. I'm literally seeing sweat beads cross her forehead. Her shoulders was touching her ears. She was so stressed and so tight. Then one month I said, babe, I'm gonna take care of maybe 70% of it. Like I'm gonna take care of most of it. You ain't gotta put but a little bit in this month. She said, you sure? I said, yeah, no doubt. I had a little extra bump this month. We good. She's like, okay, thank you. Whew. Whew. Oh goodness. Oh man, yeah. And so I was trying to get my wife to understand that, as I said on the show before, pressure was made for shoulders, not hips. I know my job as a man, but I know you've been through some stuff. I know you've been hurt a little bit. I know you don't trust. I know you don't trust as much right now. So I'm gonna slow walk it. I'm gonna let you go through whatever you need to go through. Sweat beads just popping up on the forehead, y'all. And then it got to a point where I was paying all the household bills, and then she was just doing stuff for us. She was paying whatever personal bills she had, and she was planning trips and buying me like little colognes and little shirts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She was actually enjoying her money more. My wife and I's relationship changed when she dropped her ego. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm so glad you did, boo. So glad you did. Because you ain't got to have an ego with me. Because we in this together. Team Glover, baby. We have an ego for Team Glover. We have pride in that thing. That's the inside joke, y'all. Exactly. I know. But it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Have I loved before? Yes. Have I lost before? Yes. Am I going to stop loving because I've lost? No. I've learned to decrease my ego by building my self-esteem, which is why this whole personal development thing started. Building up myself. The H&M shirt. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to build myself so I could stop sabotaging myself. If you from the church world, egos, what they say, edging God out. You taking all the pressure, all the stress on yourself, trying to make yourself. Appreciate it, my guy. Oh yeah, that's my dude, y'all. But yeah, man, look, that's ego. We both got them, yes. But ladies, the reason y'all egos are a little bit worse than ours is because they're secret. They're secret, and they're fueled by emotions. Recipe for disaster. Recipe for disaster. But y'all, I'm getting ready to get up out of here for real though. I gotta go run some errands today. I gotta go collect some birthday dues. Gotta collect some gifts. Matter of fact, where my cash app? Y'all send me some. Y'all buy me some coffee. I ain't gonna do. I got time to put it. No, I ain't got time to put it up here now. It's all right though. I'm throwing my cash app on the screen tomorrow. Somebody gonna buy me a bottle. Somebody gonna buy me some coffee. I need some more coffee anyway too. This little cup is kind of light right now. But no, seriously though, life truly is what you make it. And we get in our own way by self-sabotaging, being in our feelings, expecting people to dance to our tunes. I know, man. I got a little time this morning. Actually, I don't know. Do I have time? Let me see. No, I ain't really got no time. I got to be some places here real soon. Yeah. Guys are destructive when their egos are out of check because we're loud. Ladies, you guys are a lot more low-key with it, which is what makes it so dangerous because it can last so much longer. So many things can build on top of whatever the small initial challenge was. And it can fester. So, regardless of who you think has the bigger and badder ego, the worst ego, we both got them. But we need to work on them. We need to get better. We need to become better so we can have better outcomes, live more fulfilled lives. But this week, man, we're going to talk about a lot of different things. We're going to talk about some gender roles, power dynamics, cheating, relations. So it's going to be a good week. Y'all have a blessed day. Appreciate you for all that you do. Happy to be here with you. Yep, already started. She's definitely making it rain. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Have a great day. Thank you guys for hanging in the extra time with me. Special day. I got to go handle some other business now. So y'all be blessed. Talk to you. Love you. Definitely will see you tomorrow.